America is known for its diversity among people. This diversity is in a range of topics, such as sex, gender, ethnicity, culture, religion, age, etc. All of these topics are part of what many people know as identity. Unfortunately, with many of these different views, appearances, and practices comes stereotyping. Stereotyping is making assumptions based off someone's affiliation with a certain group. Stereotyping is one of the reasons why our society categorizes others, especially in regards to race. Children and adolescents in America who attend school face this type of categorization at a federal level. In elementary school, children start training and practicing for a national and mandatory standardized test. This assesses the amount of knowledge the student knows at a certain age or grade. Before taking the test, every student must bubble in his or her information that is needed on the answer sheet. One of the information sections includes what race or ethnicity the student is. This categorizing of students before a test can negatively affect their performance. By diminishing the section involving the student race and ethnicity information, students will be able to improve in tests and grow as strong, confident individuals that will be the future of uniting our society, as well as solving societal issues and improving the country as a whole. To prove that stereotyping affects students negatively, Cloud Steele, a social psychologist and professor at Stanford, presented to the world his study known as the stereotype threat. He wanted to know why African American students and female students were not performing at the same level as white males. The stereotype threat summarizes that if negative stereotypes are present regarding a specific group, those group members are likely to become anxious about their performance, which may hinder their ability to perform at their maximum level. For example, Steele conducted a series of experiments in which he told a group of students a stereotype based off their race before taking a test. In one instance, he told African American students that white males tend to do better on the test than African Americans. By presenting the stereotype in the open and before taking the test, the scores for the African American students were not as good as the control group. The control group was the group of African American students who took the test without any statements beforehand. Cloud Steele's studies found that minority and female students who are aware of racial and gender stereotypes about intellectual ability will score lower on those standardized tests. And in a more general sense, he found that racial categorization has an impact on school performance and success. Some may say that tests have been specifically designed to not have any racial preference, so there is an equal chance of a minority student getting the same grade as a white student. However, just by bubbling in the race category, outside social generalizations regarding the student's race may come into mind, therefore distracting the student from focusing on the test content and feeling the outside pressures that should not exist in the classroom. According to the New York Times article, the black-white test score gap, eliminating racial differences in test performance would allow colleges, professional schools, and employers to phase out the racial preferences that have caused so much political trouble over the past generation. Overall, race and ethnicity should not be a factor in school statistics, and by eliminating this section, it will be the start of growth and unity as a society instead of labeling and categorizing each other.